What's going on, hunters? Hope you're having a great day. We're going to do a real quick map tour of the Scarlet Forest. We're going to show you kind of the environmental stuff that you can use to your advantage in some of your hunts. Unfortunately, the forest isn't as filled up with traps as the plains or some of the other areas, but there are things you can use. So one of the things I didn't mention in my last video is pretty much every map has a couple things of endemic life where you can use your slinger to pull pods off of them. So you can see I just pulled some bleeding pods off of that little Gaios, which is a crocodile. And what those do is if you hit a monster in a wound, it'll pop its wound, cause a little bit of a stagger. So just keep that in mind. You have these guys on the map, and you have the harpos, which are like the little bird wyvern things. And those little bird wyvern things will give you piercing pods. Just pretty much self-explanatory. Does piercing damage, goes through the monster. So then we're going to come up here into the center area. And you see we got these poison pods. You can pop these open in area, and I'll put up my map so you can kind of see where we actually are. But you just open them up, or you hit them with your slinger, which I'll show you that right over here. Right, boop, you can pop it with your slinger. Pretty much if the monster spends any time in that, like if that Rathian walks over that poison pod, he's going to get poisoned real quick. And you can utilize that for extra damage. And extra damage is extra damage, so no reason not to use it if you're in that area. So now we're going to head up to area 7. And we're going to show you a couple other things that you can utilize on this map. And like I said, unfortunately, a lot of these traps kind of rely on you baiting the monster into the correct area and holding him there. It's not like you can get it down from it. But you got the hornets over here. They apply poison as well, but they also will distract the monster a little bit. Like he'll get a little bit perturbed by them being around, and he'll try to fight them. That'll give you a little bit of free time to do something if you need to, like sharpen your blade and so on. So now we're going to move to the center area. There's a set of rocks over here, and apparently there's a Rathian. So right here, we could probably pull this down and actually hit the Rathian. But you got these entangled rocks. That's one of the ones where you just kind of hit it with your slinger, drop it down, and it drops the monster on his knees for a little bit. So now we're going to go over to area 10. This is the only vine trap on the entire forest map, which is kind of ironic that the desert has more vine traps than the forest does, but I guess that is what it is. Same as every other vine trap, you can activate it before the monster gets there, and if he walks over it, he'll get trapped. Or you can drop it on the monster, and he'll also get trapped. So just keep that in mind, that that's there. And then if we come across over here, we've got some more of the dark hornets, and then there's usually a dark hornet nest right there that you can pop. And like you can see right there that Doshagama is one of the monsters that hangs around in this area. So now we're going to go up to area 13. And up here, there should be a set of boulders that you can drop down on a monster. Now, the typical monster that shows up over here is Uthduna. I've seen a couple of the Yinkakus that show up here, but you just hit this, boop, drop it down on the monster, gives you a free down. And then if you cut across, and like I said, Uthduna will kind of show up here first most of the time, or move here first. So you can usually get a drop on her there. And then you can also move up here, where you can activate the dam on her. But the dam is a little bit different of a trap. So we're up here in area 15, if you're wondering. So if you're wondering where we are, we got base camp over here. You've got area 3 is over here. You've got the poison pods in the center. You've got some dark hornets over here. And then you've got that rock trap that we walked by over there. You've got your vine trap over here. Some more dark hornets. And then you've got the rock fall that I pulled down, and now we're up here by the dam. So the difference with this one is this is an activated one. So while you're fighting the monster, you don't just hit it with a slinger. You have to hit it, and then you have to pull it down. And when you pull it down, it knocks stuff down. So, and it causes a big wave, and even the wave will hit stuff. So just keep that in mind. Ooh, Wyverian coin. Squirrel. Oh, I missed it? No, I got it. Okay. So now we're going to go up, and I'm going to show you a couple of the other traps that are on this map. Now, these ones are a little bit different than most traps, as these require some amount of damage to happen to them, which isn't super hard to do, but, so we'll show you how you can trigger these traps. So say you're fighting a Yinkaku up here, you kind of, you're beating on him a little bit, he's coming at you, you can just hit square, drop a bomb there, hopefully he's right there, boop, the rubble falls on him, you get it down, you can do some damage. So you've got one there, You've got one in the back right there. And then there are, I believe, 3 more of these. If we go... Oh, no, I don't want to go down. I want to go up. If we work our way up. No, we're going to have to hit the upper water area first, which does have ruins that you can topple to, but they're very situational. So the only thing that you can really utilize up here is you have these ruins right there, so it kind of looks like the front of a boat. That's the same as the dam where you hit it, it holds you in place, and you can activate it. Now, the only purpose for this is when you're fighting Uthduna. She'll end up in the water occasionally, and she'll try to do like a jump out, and when she's swimming across, you can activate that on top of her, get some extra damage. But, you know, no reason not to use it. It's there. So now we're going to drop down, and I'm going to show you the last 3 traps on the map that I've found or utilized. Obviously, you can have extra stuff show up during surges and things like that, but we've got a couple more of the ruins. So you've got ruins there, and you've got ruins there. So just bear in mind, this map isn't as, you know, lucrative with traps, but they are around. You can use them. They're going to make your hunts a little bit easier as long as you're in the areas, and you might as well use them. There also are on this map, let's see if we can't find a pack of them. So like the raptors that were on the Windward Plains, there are these little, like, not fish, but they're like crocodiles, but not crocodiles. But there's a little group of them, and they'll dogpile on the monster for you, and they move around a little bit, so that's why there's really no point. I mean, they're typically in one place, but like I said, they move around from place to place to place, so we just got to find them real quick. We'll cut to when we find them, and then we'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're up here by Area 13 again. So these are the guys I'm talking about. They're called Purigrills. You can see there's a little cluster of them right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over there. If you topple a monster in this area, or if you drag them over and kind of hold them in place for a little bit, these guys will start dogpiling on top of the monster, give you an opportunity to sharpen your blade or jump in on the damage that they're doing. So that was kind of what I wanted to show you on the map. If you guys found this video enjoyable, leave a like, subscribe, come back, watch another one.